Let's talk Saints. It's not necessarily good Saints talk. Alvin Kamara. Just want to talk about his suspension. So he had a chance to meet with Roger Goodell in person, which I think is good, to kind of just go over his situation. Of course, he had that whole fight in Las Vegas recently, and he's trying to work his way through that. It was last year, actually. Trying to work his way through that, settle that. Ian Rappaport reported today, he works for NFL Network, that Kamara is expected to miss a portion of the upcoming season, whether that be 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, we don't necessarily know, but he is expected to be out for a little bit of this upcoming year. That's a big loss, obviously. I mean, Alvin Kamara and Derek Carr, that marriage was going to be very good, because if you saw Carr play in Las Vegas, he had Kenyon Drake, or Josh Jacobs as his running back, and he has a very similar skill set to Alvin Kamara. He's a good runner, also a good receiver, though, out of the backfield. Kamara is that and then some, obviously. Had about 900 yards on the ground last year, a couple of touchdowns, but 57 receptions, 490 yards through the air. So, obviously, if you play fantasy football, you're going to want this guy when he comes back, obviously. He's a really talented offensive player. He really was primed to have a big role for this team this year, obviously, like he has for the past several years. But especially as you're bringing in a new quarterback in Derek Carr, you want a guy like Kamara available every game of the year to be that security blanket and just that source of offense that you need. So, again, he's expected to miss some of the season. Maybe it'll be the first handful of games. The Saints play the Titans week 1, the Panthers week 2, Green Bay, and then Tampa Bay. So, could be a harder schedule, but still, you want to come out hot. You want to set the tone for the season, and you're not going to be doing that at full strength, it seems like. So we'll have to stay tuned on what not having Kamara means and how long he's going to be out for, whether that be half the season or 3/4 of the season, maybe just a couple of games. Here's who you've got in his place, though. Jamal Williams. He comes from Detroit. Really loved watching him play last year for the Lions, who actually had a good year for once. We went 0-16 not too long ago. Usually average about maybe 5 or 6 wins. We had a good year last year. And Williams is a big reason why. He set the franchise record for the most rushing touchdowns in a single season with 17, I believe it was. You know whose record he broke? Barry Sanders. Yeah, Barry Sanders. He broke his record for rushing touchdowns in a season. So this guy's really good. You give him the ball inside the 10, he's got a nose for the end zone. He will get there. He's not necessarily a home run hitting running back, but he knows how to punch the ball in the end zone. And when you don't have Alvin Kamara, that is a premium, really, points. The difference between 7 and 3, y'all know if you play football, you know football. It's pretty darn big. You've also got Kendre Miller. I really like this kid, too. He's a rookie, comes from TCU. He was drafted pretty late, and that's how running backs get drafted nowadays. The value is just so low. He's really good. I'm a Michigan fan as well. I told you I'm from Michigan. Watched him play in the college football playoff. He ripped up Michigan's defense. Big guy. Former linebacker, converted to running back. Bowling ball type dude with really good agility, though. He's really... he can do it all. A do-it-all running back, truly, is Kendre Miller. So if Kamara's out, Williams and Miller should be able to hold things down. You don't have the receiving threat out of the back where that Kamara is at all. Williams can't do that. Miller can't do that. But you've at least got some guys that can tote the rock and find a way to punch the ball into the end zone. So, all is not lost, but just can you fill that role well enough and maybe squeak out a couple of W's until Kamara can come back? That's really the name of the game. So, again, stay tuned on the Kamara news. We'll see how long that suspension will be. Ian Rappaport saying there will be a suspension, so we do expect one. We just don't know how long it will be. And we'll, of course, have continued coverage of training camp as well on WAFB.com and the 9 News app.